Hello guys and welcome to a brand new video. Today I'm here with Dealing with the Mikadono Sisters is a Breeze, episode number 6, reaction. Alright, before I begin, I might sound weird today. I'm a bit sick. I've been sick for a while. So, I might sound a little bit weird. So that's probably the reason why. Right, so in the previous episode, we got to see Mr. Mikadono come in, and he was immediately like asking his daughters about how much progress they've made, this and that. Obviously, nothing, any sort of like conversation about how they are, or something like that a father should ask their daughter. None of that he asked. It was just all business and everything. And in the end, he even told you right, that was his name. Yeah, he even told him that that, oh, you have to be like you're mediocre. So like, why are you dragging my daughters into, like, my daughters don't need recreation time and all that. And he was going to like kind of say stuff to him, but all the sisters kind of covered for him and all that. And yeah, so that's what happened. Later on, she kind of got a little bit depressed, but bounced back up again, thinking about his mother, and sent the sisters bento boxes, which again cheered them up. Also, in the end, we get to see like each of the sisters are going to have like a certain like obstacle that will come in their path. So we start with Kazuki. Kazuki's biggest obstacle is that she has to play a female role, which she has never played, and she doesn't know how to do it properly. So she asks, you know, you about going on a date with her. So let's see what happens. Let's begin. I'll be putting the subtitles and timer here. Sing it to whichever is your preference, and let's get started. Okay, here's the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Here we go. Oh yeah, that also happened. I forgot. Oh my god, they're just eavesdropping. There you go. Oh, that's why she's like, oh, okay. She's like, oh, that's going to reflect in my acting. Yeah, well, about that. Oh boy. Oh no, he's like, I cannot say because Kazuki told them not to. Bruh. Bruh. Oh my god. So she went back and then came back to eavesdrop and only heard that last part. Right. What? You guys are talking telepathically? Yeah. Okay. This is a date. Obviously, those two are following them. I was gonna say, yep. Nearby shop. Hmm. Okay, I think she probably, yep, long hair and all that because she needs to get into the role. So, yep. That. Well, obviously, without context, they're like, what's going on? Bruh. Okay. No, you are not supposed to be the one escort. Yep. Cleverer than me. Oh, the splash is coming. Oh, damn. Eh, Everyone's like, oh my god. Oh God. Hmm. Oh God. Here we go. Who the hell are you? Talent. Oh God. Yeah. Oh. Damn. He was quick. Bruh. None of your business. Just tell him. None of your business. Okay. Bruh. Okay. Wow. Every. Ah. Oh boy. Wow. Everyone is like siblings. Oh, the. Ah. Oh. Yeah. What are you guys doing? You just. You just. Oh, movie. Okay. What is that? Oh, second biggest. Hmm. Oh, so this is like played a girl's role. Yeah. Hmm. Ah, I see. Damn. Yeah, and since sh her senpai also played a male role, she can like just putting herself in her shoes. Hmm. Oh, oh, the Ferris wheel. Right. Oh, she also heard that? Yeah, everyone heard it except him. Hmm. Hmm. Right. Damn, the pressure, yeah. Oh, he's scared of heights. Right. Yeah. Yeah, but this is too damn. Oh, what the hell? Yeah? See through? Okay. Oh, we're at the top. Wow. What? Well, yeah. Just, I guess, for her, it's like being natural. Damn. Well. Hmm. Yeah, true. Oh! Ah! Don't you dare. Oh! There you go. Oh my, you guys are literally out. What is. Yeah, nobody's here at home. Oh wait, they they took a shortcut, I guess. Oh, oh, not the new kid or what? What do they call him? New kid, right? Okay. Well, there you go. That was Kazuki's whole thing. I guess we'll probably move on to maybe Nico or Miwa now, because we saw like this three sets of problems. Kazuki's problem was this. Nico's problem is that senpai who's coming, and like she wants to fight him or something. And then Miwa's thing is that decision. Mm, there you go. That is it. All right, that was episode number 6. Episode number 6 of dealing with the Mikadono sisters is a breeze. Now, today's episode we focused on Kazuki's whole dilemma, her whole problem of uh, and the challenge that is going to come to her later on, which was the female role that she'll have to play. She wanted to go on a date with you, and she wanted to play the role of the heroine here. Okay, so I might keep the discussion short. I cannot talk properly. Oh my god, I'm so sick. I'm just constantly breaking out into coughs. So yeah, I might keep this discussion short a little bit today. Yeah, so where was I? Right. So yeah, so her whole thing was obviously she wanted to know how it felt like to be a heroine, and because her teacher said that, oh, like, don't make it so that your personal life affects your acting. She was like, okay, if personal life affects acting, then if I in my personal life go on a date and play the female, like role over there, then that will translate to my acting skills. So that was her logic. So she was like, all right, let me go and ask you. And that's where this episode came about. That's how this episode came about. So in this episode, obviously, it's pretty obvious this was going to happen. The other two eavesdropped. They heard everything. Obviously, they didn't hear the part where, like Kazuki mentioned that, oh, I'm doing this because as a practice for playing the female role. I doubt they heard that. They probably heard that they just want to go on a date. So they followed them. Another typical anime trope, like following the other character's date. And it's funny, they literally followed it from the morning till night time. The whole day they followed them. I genuinely thought, like, I've forgotten this part kind of, like, I do remember bits and pieces, but I've forgotten a lot of the subtle parts. I forgot if they actually realized that they were being followed. So I was like, does Kazuki realize that they're being followed? But I guess they didn't realize. It was too damn obvious. There was that whole part where Kazuki was literally looking, towards you, Yu's back was towards them, and those two were literally outside, visible, in plain sight. So I don't know how Kazuki didn't see that. You need to be blind to be not able to see those two girls behind the bushes in such a way. And it's not even that the road was like populated, so she didn't notice. The road was empty. It's an empty road. You was looking towards her. She was looking towards you. Those two were literally in plain sight behind the bush. And Kazuki is pretty damn tall. So no excuse for her, because she couldn't, she couldn't see them. No excuse for that. Like, she needs to be like nearsighted or something. Maybe that's why she didn't see it. Like, no wonder she doesn't like carrots. That's why she's nearsighted. Probably. God damn it. That was so funny, that whole section, because you can see that it's literally visible in plain sight. Anyways, but yeah, those two followed them throughout the whole date. Now, in this date, you decided, like, both you and Kazuki decided to play their part. Kazuki was ready with the wig. She was like, all right, I need to play, as a, like I need to act as a girl in this type of situation. So, usually she takes the lead. This time she tried to like suppress that. So when she went and met you, she kind of messed up a little bit at the beginning. Um she was like, did you wait? I think that's what she said, right? But then she realized, like, no, I shouldn't be asking that. I should be the one saying that, oh, I'm here. Like, because that's how it goes, right? Like, like the yeah, the girl is like waiting. The boy comes in. It's like, oh, did you wait? Yeah, and the girl is like, no, I just got here. Yeah, that's how it goes. So she came in and she's like, did you wait? And then she's like, wait a minute, no, I'm not supposed to be doing that. I should be the one saying that, oh, I'm here. So that part. And then a few other things you can see, like she immediately started taking the lead. For example, while going down the stairs, she's like, oh, come with me. And then she's like, wait a minute, no, I shouldn't be the one leading him. He should be the one leading me. Otherwise, I won't be able to understand the the feelings of a heroine. So all these things were happening. It didn't really go that well because of that whole thing. And then on top of it, when they went to see the movie, and obviously you chose that movie because he was like, okay, so it's a very similar situation to Kazuki. This is done played by her senpai, and this girl used to play male roles just like Kazuki, and this is like the movie where she played a female role. So this will help Kazuki give pointers and all that. Kazuki didn't watch the film before because she was afraid. She was afraid of seeing what happened in the movie, whether it was good or bad, because she knew that that's going to come and haunt her, because she's like, I will be just like that because I'm in a very similar situation to her. So she never saw it. That's why when she saw it, and when she saw the amount of mistakes that, like, not mistakes I would say, but the fact that how her senpai, the, the masculine way she used to act, that came out during this movie, she was like, oh no, this is going to happen to me. Like, I'm doomed. On top of that, everyone was saying stuff like, oh, she didn't fit well in that movie, this and that. So that was even more salt in the wound, because she's putting herself in that position, because she's like, yes, this will be me like a few weeks later. So yeah, she got even more depressed. It didn't go well at the beginning, but in the end, um you was like, took her to the Ferris wheel and told her that, oh, like, don't worry, if you fail, like, what did she say? He said, like, if you fail, there will be a lot of people who will find the charm in that. Like, those people will be the ones who, like you as a actor. Like, where's that part? You know what? Let me just read that part. He says it in a very good way. I'm going to read that section. Just a minute. Right. So yeah, he shows her the pictures that he took during her messing up. Like, just tearing the bag, like spilling the coffee, all that stuff, and the expressions that she made. And he's like, oh, these are spontaneous expressions are incredible too. Sure, some people might get disappointed or pull away if you fail, but people grow to love shortcomings too. Yeah. So that's the thing. Now, obviously, the senpai's movie that she saw was kind of not good. People didn't like it, as you can see. Her senpai's, the way she was acting was also not really properly. It didn't properly, like, she wasn't able to express herself properly in that way. Her habits of, like, playing like like a male role, that was coming out. You could see in that movie. But that was her first movie, right? So we don't know if that senpai did more movies after that, and we don't know how the audience took those movies. So this is what Yui is trying to say, that obviously there will be people who don't like that, who will probably go away from you, seeing seeing your shortcomings. However, there will be a lot of people who will grow to love your shortcomings. So just keep going. Basically, that's what he's saying. Even if it doesn't work out, keep going. Eventually, you will gather a fan base. That's what he's saying, basically. People who will grow to love your shortcomings, and like your character, that will become your character. Basically, that's what he's saying. Like people will, because this is the first time they're seeing you. This is the first time they're seeing you. This is your first movie that you're playing in a female role in. First time they're seeing you in that role. So, obviously, there's like a whole bunch of people who are there to watch your performance. There will be like 30% of people who are like, ah, this is not good. They'll just leave. They'll probably not come back ever, or who knows, maybe they will later, whatever. They'll go. Then there will be the 20% amount of people who will be like, yeah, okay, like it was fine. I didn't like it that much, but you know what? It was okay. Maybe I'll watch another movie if this person does another movie in the future. Maybe I'll watch it. Maybe I won't. Not sure. You know, there will be 20% people who will be like this skeptical, and there will be the last 50% of people who will like who will give you time, who will be like, all right, you know what, I liked it, and they like will come back in the next movie that you make, and little by little as they keep watching your movies, they will grow to like your personality over there, and they will see you grow. They will understand, yeah, like, yeah, this is how you are. So that's how, like, at the end of the day, you will get a fan base who will be there for you. Like, basically that's what it is. I think like this is a very what can I say, this is a very common thing, especially in these type of, like, showbiz or influencing, like, type of like businesses. Just take YouTube for example. This is exactly how it works. Like, if you grow, like, open a new channel, and you talk about something that is popular, a lot of people will watch your videos, and then there will be a lot of people who won't like you, who won't like the way you're talking, this and that, and a lot of things. They'll probably leave, not come back. It's fine. Then there will be people who will be skeptical, but they will still watch your videos if you make some in the future, but they will be like in the neutral zone. And then there will be people who are ready to give you a second try, and a third try, and they'll come back. And little by little, as you keep making it, if you make one video and you stop, then that's it. It's over for you. Like, if you think that if your first video gets like 50% dislike, and you get disappointed, and you're like, oh my god, what the hell, nobody likes me, and you stop making videos, that don't, like, it won't do. That's not how it works. Like, so if you keep going, you will, little by little, people who don't like watching your videos, they don't have the amount of time to give you that they'll come back, watch it, and like hate on it. They don't have that amount of time, so they'll leave. They probably spam dislike at the beginning, and then they'll just leave, eventually. So if you keep going, ultimately you will have a group of people who genuinely likes your content. So that is what it is. This is like this is very common. This is something that is very common in almost every type of like influencing business, or these type of showbiz thing. So that's what it is, and that's what I think that's what you was trying to say here. Just try your best. Even if you fail, keep going. And obviously Kazuki knows that very much. Kazuki literally has a live specimen in front of him who fails millions and millions of times. He still keeps doing it, trying to be better. So Kazuki's like, yeah, like, you know what, like, seeing you, I understand what you're trying to say. And Kazuki understood how to deal with this situation. So that's why in the end you can see she was like, all right, I'll do it in my own way. I'll not try to act out how, like, because she was trying to act out how, like, she was like, oh, how does a heroine feel? I need to act it out. She's not going to do it like that anymore. She's just going to do it in her own way. And and maybe as you said, if you get lost, maybe think about this date a little bit. And she was like blushing and everything. So yeah, that's what she's going to do. She's going to tackle it in her own way, and surely there will be people who appreciate her at the end of the day, and her unique style. Yeah, right. So there you go. That was basically what it is. Now, we also got a little bit of her backstory, not backstory, I guess you could say a little bit of her flashback of her past, how she got into this, like the theater, the troupe, She says how she was comfortable in wearing like boys' clothes. She was comfortable in keeping her hair short, and not only that, she was a bit tall, so automatically she started acting out roles of like like male, like like male roles. People loved it, and that's how she also loved performing. So that's how she kind of got into it, and now she has this new challenge in front of her. you know so she wants to do this as well. Like, she, as she said, she loves performing. So she wants to perform as a girl as well. And the thing that's bothering her is that she hasn't done it before. That's why she's scared that if she messes up, everything will just go down. Her reputation, everything. Her father is is going to like hate her. Everyone else is going to hate her. That's what she's thinking. But yeah, as you said, that there will be people that will still be there with you, and all you need to do is just keep going. And from there you'll grow. But yeah, obviously that's that's if the audience do not like her performance. If she does it, like, if we don't know what's going to happen, like in the actual performance. If she actually plays it very well, then obviously she doesn't have to deal with any of this. Like, everyone will love her. But just in case, if she somehow messes up or something happens, even, you know just don't give up. Because she was thinking in that phrase wheel that, oh, maybe I should just give up. I should just take my name off of the the performance, like, like the thing. But no, do not do that. Basically that. Basically that. Do not do that. Try it. If it doesn't work, keep trying. You will get uh, the support that you want. You'll surely get it eventually. um, right. And you know what, this is the thing, I feel like people who fail at the get-go, they have a better chance in improving more. Like, just think about this scenario. If you're perfect and you do something perfect in the very first time, you will never know what losing feels like, or what it feels like to like get stumped or something. So you will always be like, oh yeah, everything's working out. So and the people will also know you like that. Oh, this person is amazing. So if you keep going and someday down the line something happens and you're not able to keep the same quality, people will get disappointed in you. There's a lot of people that are you already huge fan base that are already there with you. They will grow disappointed with you, and because they know you as a perfectionist and all that. You will be disappointed about yourself because you've never tasted failure. All these things, it's a whole mess. you know Obviously you can bounce back from that, but it's a whole messy situation. So I feel like if you fail at the very beginning, like I said, if you fail at the very beginning, a lot of people will probably leave. But the people who will stay, they will be your truest allies, because they are there from the very beginning. They are there. They are still decided to stay, looking at you even after looking at your shortcomings. And that's how you will go. You'll grow small. You'll grow from a small start, but you'll get bigger. If you start growing from a big like thing, and if you mess up, it's over. It's like, like it's not over. Like I said, you can bounce back from that as well, but it's very difficult in my opinion. You know, so yeah, that's basically what it is. So give it your best. Basically, give it your best, and yeah, there you go. So yeah, that was like the whole um the whole thing about today's episode. Now let me talk about a few other things that was like the cute parts and everything. Basically, um Kazuki being all that part was very funny, where Kazuki was like trying to was getting scouted by this talent agency dude or whatever, and you comes in and you's like, oh no, we're getting married. And he says like a few things. In the end, the guy was like, yeah, whatever, bro. I don't have time for this, and he just leaves. But all the stuff that he said, like Kazuko's like blushing and everything, and the other two are like, what the hell is this? Right. And then the whole At first they were holding her hand like this, and then everyone's like, oh, look at the cute little cute siblings. That's why you was like, nah, this won't do, because she's not like this is not how a heroine would feel like. This is how a big sister would feel like. That's not how I'm supposed to make her feel, because that's not the that's not what she's trying to do. She was trying to get the feeling of a heroine. So you grabbed her hand like this, like the whole like entangling fingers, that whole thing. I don't know what to call it, like the I think like the lover's handhold or whatever. I think it's called something like that. She does that. He does that, and yeah, right. That was pretty cute. And then the whole Ferris wheel part was also, like the whole misunderstanding. She was like, "Oh my God, he's going to confess," but then she realizes that Yu's like shaking. Like he's afraid of heights, and the freaking Ferris wheel gondola is see through. So he's looking down, and he's like, "Oh my God, what the hell?" So his legs are shaking, but he still gets up and he tries his best to, motivate Kazuki, which makes Kazuki, happy, and realize that, yeah, like what am I doing? Like, like I'm just getting afraid. I haven't even failed. I'm getting afraid of failure, even before experiencing failure. While look at this kid here. He fails every single time, but he's still just, even now he's afraid of heights, but he's still here. Knees shaking, but he's still trying to stand. you know yeah, right, there you go. And then the final section where Miwa and Nico were like, they also called him by his name, you, because you know Kazuki did that today. So they didn't want to like get left out, so they they called him by his name as well. Anyways, that's where it ended. So I guess next episode we'll either see, I'm not sure what we'll see. We'll either see like Kazuki's audition or something, maybe, I don't know, or maybe we'll move on to another girl. I think it might actually be Nico, or I don't know, maybe Miwa. I have no idea. Like, I've forgotten. Like I said, I do remember a few of the sections of the manga, but I've forgotten how it goes, like the chronological series of events. I've forgotten completely. Anyways, whatever it is, we'll see what happens. And yeah, because three of the girls have three problems. We saw that in the previous episode. Kazuki's was the female performing that whole thing, which we already dealt with in this episode. Nico's was her senpai is coming, and he's going to, I think, like fight with her against her in a tournament, and she wants to win against him. That they're like, I do remember Nico's part quite a bit better than the other two girls. So you'll see what happens. And then we have Miwa, where I think Miwa has a decision to make about her shogi, like something. I've forgotten what it is. Like we saw that, like his her master was like asking her, like, oh, you have to make a decision or something like that. Her shogi master. So yeah, so either of the two girls will probably see, like, be dealing with their trouble in the next episode. Let's wait and see. So that is it. I'll end this video here. That was a good episode for solely focusing on Kazuki. Really cute. I loved it. And yeah, so thanks for watching. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to press the like button, subscribe if you're new to the channel, or you haven't subscribed. Comment down below anything you want to say, anything you want to let me know. I'll check them out. And that is it. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next week with another episode of Dealing with the Mikadono Sisters is a Breeze. Until then, goodbye and have a nice day.